try to be. And she was just that way. She was just wanted to be in charge, and you had to absolutely show her that, no, I am not going to let you run this herd. It's me as the leader. You're going to watch. You're going to listen, and you're going to comply. And you do it without, conquering them, but it's just a matter of making her do it.
Oh.
Okay. Very good. You're stacking him with this. Very good.
Good boy. Brandon, when you are first saddling a horse, do you pay very much attention to how it fits? This saddle's atrocious on him, but
yeah, not so much because you're not putting a lot of weight on it.
Okay.
If it doesn't fit and he's going to be standing with it, like the sacking right here is really irrelevant to the fit. It's not what we're doing this for, and so I don't worry so much about it. But if I'm going to have this saddle set on him for any length of time, a number of hours even, with a good pad, you can get away with some of that, but you still want to fit that saddle because you don't want to start to cause any issues. And you can certainly see how that. Okay, stop and look at his hind leg. Look where that leg is positioned.
I see.
Yeah. So he's a little bit nervous on this side. So let's pull him up and make him really neutral in his stance. So we don't give him any reason to be able to move off, or you show, hey, your feet are in a good spot, you're fine, you're going to change your mind a little bit. Very good. So anyway, I want to make sure that saddle fits, even if it's empty, but you've got some pressure on it, you're going to pull that cinch up. You definitely want to have a decent fit, because this is where that behavior can change. You can cause problems. A lot of behavior issues that I see with people and their horses in clinics goes to a saddle fit issue. A lot of them do it. It's amazing how much issue we have with our horses not responding right because they've got poor saddle fit.
Yeah, I was asking more specifically because this is kind of the horse that wants to run away. And my horse, I didn't realize my saddle didn't fit perfectly. And I was told because of how tight it was, even though it was an okay fit, it was tight on his shoulders and his back, and I was told that was causing him to run away with me. And he really was really fast and really hot and forward and not wanting to pay attention. And I didn't realize that the saddle fit would have that huge of an impact. So with him being cinched up and him being a horse that wants to run away, do you think that would cause that issue pretty quickly?
Well, it can. You're talking two different things, really. It's he definitely want to get away from the saddle, and he will definitely want to, or he will associate that if that poor fit is there, it's painful, or at least even if it's not painful, it's mildly uncomfortable. But you know how the white spots on horses appear up on those withers from an ill-fitting saddle. You think about, have you ever had a hat on or a cap or something that's a little bit too tight, and how all of a sudden it makes your head feel hot in that spot?
Yeah.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening with them. It creates what's called a hot spot. And, after a while, it's annoying to begin with, but then it becomes painful. And that happens with them. So, if that happens to me, I wouldn't want a saddle on me. So you can begin to build behavior, and if they get away, and it makes it better, or they buck, or whatever it is to try to get this thing on and off, that's what they'll do. So one doesn't necessarily, they're not necessarily related. He just really wants to stay away from you to begin with, but this would just give him one more reason to stay away.
I see. Good boy. Good boy.
We're doing pretty well for not working with him for a week. He's not doing bad at all. I'm happy with this.
He seems to learn one thing and then deal with it okay. And once he figures it out.
Yeah,
So then,
and that's the normal learning. I mean, you're throwing a lot of stuff at him, right? I mean, think about what he's meant to do. He's meant to stand out there and graze, and be food for a lion, tiger, or bear.
mm-hmm. Boy.
Very good. Very good. You're doing great. Doing great. Excellent. I like how you stepped back to the safety net. Oh, look at him. Look at that now. The last time he didn't do that, right? He just stepped away from it.
Yeah. Good.
So, and it looks like the tack is wrapped around his leg a little bit. He didn't move off because you've done lots of leg work with him. That's perfect. That is the kind of response we want from him. So now just go ahead and go to the other side and do the same thing.
Do you have any guesses as to why he wouldn't look at it last time?
Yeah, he's just a little bit too uncomfortable. They're kind of like ostriches sometimes. If they don't move and don't pay any attention to it, it'll go away. It won't hurt me. So they, get that little bucket of sand they stick their head into. But, he was just so uncomfortable that he was in that between spot of, I don't want to leave. I know I shouldn't leave, but I don't want to have anything to do with whatever this is. And now he's getting more curious about it, and that is good. Very good. Looking at it. And as long as he's looking at it, drop it and watch him smell it. Yes, that's what you want. You want to look at it. Oh, there he got distracted. That's okay. And just give him a minute. Yeah, there you go. Just give him a minute and watch him. And if he starts to lick and chew, drop that head. That's perfect. Okay. And he may not, because there's not a lot of pressure on you or on him when that saddle's on the ground then. It's really kind of a non-issue. There he goes, and he'll smell it. That's fine. That's perfect. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Good boy.
Now, when we get to riding him to that point, there's going to be a spot where he's going to pull his head around and he'll want to sniff your shoe, your boot, the stirrups, and he'll do the same thing when we put this on him and leave him alone. And we'll try to get to that here in a few minutes. But I know people, just being people, I don't mind that horse smelling me and being comfortable with me, even if I might have been walking through the corral and I got some fresh cow poop on my boots. I don't care. He can smell that. He needs to know what that is and that it's not going to hurt him. And I do know some guys that a horse sticks their nose back there and they'll literally kick him in the nose, kick him in the side of the face. And to me, it's like, why are you doing that? You're going to cause yourself a problem besides the abuse of the horse. And then this horse isn't going to want to trust you. And then you wonder why the horse doesn't perform.
There's so many people that train their horses and to learn helplessness.
Absolutely right.
Fun.
Learned helplessness is a very good way to put that. It's like the horse is afraid to move. Very good.
Boy. Good boy.
It looks like he kind of jumped a little bit, but that's okay. You threw that down with a little bit more gusto, and that's exactly where we want to head. We want to get more and more animated and speedy about what we do there when we have things go wrong. And a cinch coming off of a saddle and something coming off of him falling, that's not really what we want, but that's what we're training for. Anything can happen, and that's perfectly perfect what we want you to do in prepping this horse for anything that can happen. And you can't possibly, okay, there. Now see how he's walking backwards? Make him come forward. Don't throw that saddle. Make him walk back where you were. He's avoiding you. There you go. Okay.
Good.
Make a note where his feet are at. And don't let him move those feet back away from there. Especially those fronts. Make him stand right there. Good job. We caught you just in time. There. See how he wants to back off to avoid you? Let's not let him do it. Okay. So important that he has to stand there. And this is bound to happen. I mean, it's normal. That's okay. There you go. One step. Bring him back. Yes. And you may pack that saddle around for a while just learning this lesson, and that's okay. He's got to learn it. Look at him shoot. Look at him. There we go. He's accepting that a little bit. Very good job.
Good boy.
Outstanding. Very good.
Boy.
Very good.
Good boy. so melodramatic.
Oh, yeah. You think he's a teenage girl.
There. Good boy.
All right. Yeah, let him stand. Let's give him a minute. Just let him stand there. And then if he wants to smell that thing again, that's fine. Let's watch him watch you. There you go. There you go.
Good boy.
Okay. He's not gonna do much now. So let's go ahead and put that on him one more time. Only this time, when you take that off of him, let's just peel it right off of his hind end. Just let it fall right, pull it back and then just let it drop off his hind end.
Okay. I trust you.
It's okay. There we go. Good. Very good. He did move back a little bit, but when you started to move and throw that saddle up, he didn't move away from you. So I'm okay with that.
You want me to let this drop off his hind end?
Yep, just kind of work it back like you were stacking him before, so it's kind of sitting up on his hind end. There you go. Just kind of sitting there. Push it back, and then there you go. Wait, and let it go.
Oh, good boy.
Good job. Even though it banged his... There, let him smell it. That's not a problem. He's coming to you for comfort. He's looking at it. He may go to it to smell it, and that's okay if he does. That's not a problem. But notice how it hit the ground and then fell forward and hit his hocks, and it kind of spooked him a little bit, but he just moved away from it. He didn't blow up. That's exactly what we're looking for.
Oh.
Okay. Now you've got a saddle blanket out there, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's go ahead and just squeeze his brisket again before we put it on there. But you grab your saddle blanket, do what you need to do, bring it over, and then go ahead and squeeze that brisket. Put some pressure on that because we're going to put the saddle on him and let him go here for a minute.
Good boy. There you go. Good work.
There you go. I'm glad to see you're going to that offside. It does not matter what side you saddle him from or what you start. You're going to do this on either side for the rest of his life. Doesn't matter. You may need to have him stand in a spot where the only way you can get to him is on a side that's not normal. There you go. All right, something's a little bit different here. He's like, what's going on? You don't need to have to do this. That's good.
Good boy.
So we'll do more and more of this week. There you go. Good job. Very good job. You're not only holding his hinds or his fores where you want them, but his hinds as well. That's good.
Good boy.
There you go. You're putting him in a place. That's perfect. Good job.
Boy.
Very good job. Excellent. He stands. His head come up. It's okay. This is still new to him. So very good job. Now let's go ahead and drop that cinch down. And I think I can't really tell really well. You might want to bring everything forward just a bit. There you go. That looks better. And I would just do a dry fit. Yeah, there you go. Make sure it's going to fit you fine. It looks like it's a little bit long for him from here. I can't tell.
The whole saddle or the
cinch.
Good boy.
But just a guess. He might be just fine. I'm sitting up on top of this pole by the camera.
Good boy.
Yeah, it looks like Celia had to leave us. So it's a great lesson, Taryn. That's
Thanks.
good. And at least she's gonna rewind when she gets back. Okay. So very gently, yeah. Put about as much pressure on that as you did with your hands, so it's not super tight because he's not used to not being able to breathe or to be constricted, but just enough to hold the saddle on there. There you go.